Electric Fire Chapter 7 Past Experiences.
I looked back at Sonic. He tried to protect me earlier, so I guess it was my turn. I got in front of him after he fell back. I had some dirt on me, but I didn't care. "Who are you, and what is your priority?" I asked the two-tailed fox. Sonic just collected himself off of the ground, brushing the dirt off his own blue fur.
My name? Oh, it's miles per hour, but I don't exactly like it much, so just call me Tails. Well, I heard rumors of a blue hedgehog back home from an echidna tribe. I escaped them, but before I came here, they wanted me to hunt down the so-called powerful hedgehog. I'm not a part of their tribe though. I got struck by lightning one day when I was flying, and well, one of the echidnas were in the neighborhood, and well, she took care of me after I was struck down. Her name was Tikal. Anyway, I came here thinking this place would be safe from the others. I was also kinda looking for the mysterious blue hedgehog they'd been talking about.
Tail shifted a little as he spoke. I didn't fully understand or trust this young fox much, but Sonic seemed to understand what was said. I also sensed his mood had swung a bit. Sonic stayed silent, but then he dashed off to the house. Now here I was alone with Miles, or Tails as he preferred to be called.
I guess I shouldn't have mentioned the tribe. After the hedgehog had vanished through a ring, while his caretaker, an owl warrior, was killed off. She still fought, but she had been injured already, hit in the side by an arrow.
Sadness was in the young fox's voice as he spoke of what had happened to Sonic in his past. I now felt a connection with Sonic. We both had lost someone important.
I didn't exactly have anyone. Tikal took me in after I got struck. She was one of the nicest echidnas in the tribe. She wasn't like the others. She wasn't power hungry. I was abandoned by my own parents due to my extra tail.
I sighed before walking to Tails, then stopping a few feet in front of him. "I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll go talk to Sonic. You just go to the garage, or you can stay here where those drones can't see you." In a flash, I was gone from the fox's view. I was now in Sonic's room. I found him sitting on the race-car bed. Tom and Maddie were on both sides of him. He leaned against Tom's arm as Maddie gently stroked his ear, humming softly as Sonic whispered. My ears could barely pick up on what he was saying, but I could only guess that he was telling them about what had happened with Tails. Watching the three of them reminded me of my old home again. Gerald would often let me lean against him if something was bothering me. Mostly I did that after getting an injection. Needles scare me. Maria would also sit by me and hum softly in my ear. Usually it was one of her favorite songs like "You Are My Sunshine." I didn't realize I was starting to cry until I felt someone lift me up. I looked up to see Maddie. I didn't say anything. I was surprised, but I didn't struggle, knowing this human was kind. I saw her try and comfort Sonic for a moment, before I got lost in my own memories. That's how I knew I could trust her. She brought me over to Sonic and Tom. I didn't look at Sonic, but I could feel his gaze was on me. Tom still gave Sonic attention though. He wrapped his arm around Sonic.
"It's alright, bud."
I heard Tom whisper to Sonic. Maddie was concerned about me though, right now. I just shook my memories away, though the look Maddie was giving me reminded me of Maria.
Are you alright?
She asked softly. I only nodded before wiping my own tears away. Yeah, just got reminded of my old home is all. I'm from a space station outside of this planet's gravitational pull. I was a science experiment. I forgot what my purpose was. My creator had a granddaughter that was ill. My creator was nice though. They were my family. I was separated from them after Gun invaded. They deemed my project as too dangerous. Maria, well, she died in front of me. I escaped from a prison or a base a few days ago. That's how I ended up here. I was locked away for years. Sonic and Tom stayed silent as I explained my story. Maddie stayed quiet as well. while I spoke about my own past. Neither of us said anything for quite some time. Tom and Maddie were probably thinking of what had been said and trying to think of something to say. I stayed by Maddie, feeling like I was on the verge of tears once again. I really missed Heroes and Maria, though I wanted answers as to why that had to occur. I thought about taking revenge, but I made a promise for Maria before, and I know I shouldn't continue to keep it, despite Gun hunting me down. Sonic then broke the silence.
I understand how you feel, Shadow. I lost my caretaker like Tails had said. I thought that after I left, she had survived, since she no longer had what the Echidnas wanted. But now I know the actual truth. I was just a little kid back then. I didn't listen to the warning she gave me. I paid the ultimate price. I came here with only a bag of rings. I decided to live like she told me, to stay hidden, if found, go to another planet. I grew up trying to keep hidden, but I couldn't exactly keep away from anyone. I watched the humans from a distance, though I did venture out, and well, no one knew of my existence except for Crazy Carl. I mostly pulled some pranks on him, dodging bear traps and the net trap he left out. Then there was that one night on the baseball field. I wished more than anything to have a friend. My life was very lonely after Longclaw was taken out of my life. I caused a power outage after my emotions got out of hand. It's a long story on how I got here with Tom and Maddie, but I get what you had to go through.
Sonic then got up and hugged me. I just let him embrace me. I didn't have the heart to not return it. I was finally allowed to grieve over my loss, after so many years of being in a pod asleep at a military base or a prison. I wasn't exactly sure, but all I knew was that Rouge had helped me escape from isolation. I wasn't exactly put through what Sonic had to go through, but I knew we both had lost someone who meant a lot to us. I never want to go through that again. I could tell Sonic didn't want to go through that either, though he had a nice family to call his own here. I don't know where I belong, but I know it isn't back in isolation.